Oh my god, guys, I'm about to tear up. I'm sure you guys have already done so. And finally, after 500 plus days, we get the second trailer. And here is going to be my full breakdown and analysis of GTA 6 trailer number 2. And we start off with this beautiful opening shot with what appears to be perhaps, I can't say this for sure, this is just initial raw breakdown, but it seems to appear to be like it's down south in the Gator Keys. You can see birds flocking about and various waterfront homes. You can see a boat to the bottom left there just driving by. Just absolutely insane and really does represent what Florida really looks like down south. This shot is just so scenic. My god, it really does look so incredible. Literally every shot in this trailer is absolutely breathtaking, but we're going to move on here. We can see in this next shot, which what appears to be Jason's pickup truck, the Picador. In this case, we can see it's actually a light aqua blue color, not the color silver like we saw within the first trailer 1 artwork. We can also see another car to the left. It's hard to make out, but we can also see this house here, which does look like it appears to be Jason on top of the roof fixing something. And then we move on to our next shot, which what appears to be a new character that we haven't seen from the leaked footage or even within trailer 1. And we can see to the left what appears to be a vapid pickup truck. Seems like it's absolutely hot out, definitely summer for sure, wearing a flannelette shirt with some board shorts and some flip-flops. And then we can see in this next shot, Jason about to come down the ladder. We can see more birds flocking about in the background. We can also see a boat as well driving by. Come to think of it now, I'm not sure if this is exactly the Gator Keys. It could actually be the Everglades. I'm not quite sure. It's really hard to say at this time. But in the far distance there where the birds are flocking about, we can see multiple palm trees. Another thing worth mentioning, he's got a toolbox in his hand as well. Does this mean that we're actually able to customize our apartments, our houses? It seems like that may be the case, and it is something that is hinted on later on in the trailer. And this then cuts to one of the new characters. We can see a closer shot of him. He's got a goatee with some sunglasses, a receding hairline, grey hair. He's also got what appears to be a necklace around his neck and a bracelet. We can also see some bins to the far right, as well as some trees and some nice foliage. Then it cuts back to Jason. You can see he looks absolutely jacked as hell. It is absolutely insane how good he does look. You can also see a necklace around him, some sunglasses, and he's got his hat backwards. You can see the ladder in the background as well, but I just can't get over the fact of how muscular he does look. He definitely does look in phenomenal shape. It also seems like he's got some suntan oil or something like that to protect himself from the sun. And then the camera slowly pans away from Jason back to the new character, looking like he's about to get back into his pickup truck. You can also see to the right of that what appears to be a boat that doesn't seem like it is in use. You can also see a little bit closer to that boat that is not in use what appears to be a really old car that doesn't seem like it's in use at all. In this same shot, we can also see in the far distance another car turning left. And if I'm not mistaken, there was a particular scene within the September 22 leaks where Jason was standing in a stationary position, which does resemble this area quite a fair bit. And the trailer cuts back to Jason looking like he's about to enter into the house. You can see how muscular his physique does look. You can see all the striations and the muscular tone, and the vascularity is absolutely ridiculously very detailed. The attention to detail is absolutely insane. We then cut to a shot with Jason inside his vehicle. You can see him driving past this neighborhood. Looking very cool. We can see his hair is a little bit longer in this shot compared to trailer 1 where it was a buzz cut. We can also see on his left upper arm what appears to be a tattoo that is a skull. You can also see that this neighborhood that he is driving by, you can see a woman in the background in like a pink dress with what appears to be a Mubatsu light pink car. You can also see him smirking a little bit as he's driving by. It's hard to make out exactly where he is. This could be in the exact same spot as we were just before. You can see in this next shot, Jason slaps the hell out of this convenience store clerk. You can see he's got braids. The hair physics, once again, just like how we saw with trailer 1 where Lucia, or the balcony girl, was flipping her hair around. This looks absolutely so detailed and so realistic. Like each strand of the braids of hair looks super detailed. We can also see Jason as well rocking a Leonida tank top. Now that I think about it, I said convenience store earlier on, but it could also be perhaps maybe a crystal store. We can see some crystals to the right and some stones to the left. Perhaps maybe it's a spiritual store. You can also see various ornaments on the wall within this store. There's just so many things. We can see a clothing rack as well with a couple of shirts. We can see the cash register to the right, and also as well, another thing to point out is that Jason is holding a baseball bat in his right hand. You can see in this next shot, once Jason knocks him down to the ground, he goes to the cash register to steal some money. I love the attention to detail here, the fact that he just puts his fist down onto the keypad to then open the tray. You can also see the guy that is knocked out, he's holding his stomach with his left hand. And we can also see to the right of Jason, another guy that is laying down in a prone position with a rainbow top on. In this next shot, we get a first person view of what appears to be Jason driving, and you can actually see some signage above and a plane flying over, and you can see that the commercial airliner is the Fly US company, which we have seen in previous Grand Theft Auto entries. Another thing to point out as well is the signage that we can see above does indicate that this is going towards downtown Northport Vice City. We can see exits to the left, North Vice City International Airport, Ambrosia, as well as to the right, an exit to Southwest 9th Avenue, Southside, and Peacock Bay. We can also see multiple other pickup trucks. A theme of this trailer so far, we've been seeing so many pickup trucks, one with a trailer attached and a jet ski. You can also see multiple birds flocking about once again. Another thing to point out is we can see some people in fluorescent vests performing some landscaping with various tools such as a whippersnipper. This next shot is probably my favorite shot of the whole trailer. Jason doing a bench press. We can see he has multiple plates on the bar. You can see the brand of these plates is Gains. Absolutely hysterical. My God, as soon as I saw that, it had me in stitches, I gotta say, but it appears to be that this pretty much all but confirms that gyms are going to be returning within Grand Theft Auto 6. We can also see two girls to the left, one girl that is wearing a white push-up bra and some red tights, another one to the right wearing an aqua blue outfit. We can also see in the far distance some guys doing some pull-ups. In this next shot, we see Jason exiting a convenience store with a 6-pack of beer. And you can see to the left a Latina woman entering into the convenience store looking like Lucia. You can see as Jason exits out of the convenience store, we can see a beggar to the right. In this next shot, we see Jason driving towards this police bus stop. We can see some graffiti on the wall, and we can also see that it does say Haiti. So it looks like we are in a Haitian neighborhood. And you can see the cop shove one of the Haitian gang members. And there's two different cop cars here from different police departments. One of them to the left is a standard police vehicle, and the other one to the right seems to appear to be an undercover police cruiser. As we get closer to this police bus stop, we can see multiple police officers in different uniform. For the first time, it looks like there is a female police officer rocking a blonde ponytail. In this next scene, we see what I assume is the Leonidas State Prison. We can see birds flocking about once again, and the barbed wire, the fencing around this is of high security. We then see this next shot with Jason talking to the prison guard. We can see Jason's shirt that he is wearing is just a standard t-shirt, and you can also see his haircut is different compared to the previous shot. Something that I did pick up on, he is just rocking the buzz cut hairstyle like we saw within trailer 1. So this does seem like it is at a different stage in the storyline. We then see Jason turning around and Lucia appearing. Seems like Jason may have bailed her out, and you can see her rocking a black shirt. And you can see as she looks up at Jason, she appears to be so happy to see him. The camera then cuts back to Jason, and you can see his facial expressions looking like he's seen a ghost. You can also see the top that he is wearing does say the Leonida Marine Center, and we can see to the right there is a light blue picador truck, which I'd say is Jason's vehicle. You can see further behind him that there are some palm trees and multiple other trees as well. We can then see in this next shot Lucia rolling over Jason in bed on top of him. You can only imagine what's going to happen next. It is hot and steamy, I'll tell you that. Lucia seems to be the dominant one in this relationship from what I can see. In this next scene, we see Lucia rocking a black tank top, and she is wearing a skull mask with some sunglasses whilst holding a submachine gun. You can see in this same shot that Jason is featured, so it looks like they are robbing this bank or something along these lines. We then see another scene with Jason and Lucia in bed, and this time around it looks like Lucia is just wearing a bra and probably just some panties. Jason doesn't have a top on, so you can only assume what's going to ensue next. We then see in this next shot that Jason and Lucia are at this outdoor bar, enjoying themselves having a couple of beers. I'd assume this is part of a mission, but I'm also sure that this would be an activity that you can do outside of a mission, just like we've seen in previous GTAs. And then this next shot, we see Jason and Lucia sitting down on the pier, laughing and joking around. Very adorable and cute, but my word, does this scene look absolutely astonishing. This looks like it is at sunset, but my word, Rockstar absolutely nailed this. I just cannot believe what I'm looking at here. It just looks so beautiful. In this next shot, we see the Brian's Boatworks and Marina, boat repairs, equipment, and a storage center. We see a few guys loading some cargo onto this cargo plane. One could only assume what this cargo is. My guess is drugs. It's hard to know for sure what's inside this suitcase or this box. In this next shot, we see some workers doing some community service, picking up rubbish, and you can see a police officer, looks like a female officer with a checklist in hand. We then see this next scene with Lucia and Jason inside this house, looking like they are settling in for the time being on the run. And we hear Lucia saying, "Trust me, this place is just a start for us," likely pointing to the fact that this is at the start of the story. In this next shot, we are in this pub or this bistro, a worker ringing the bell for another round of beer. We can see multiple in GTA universe brands such as Pisswasser and other ornaments and things scattered throughout this pub. The camera then cuts back to Lucia and Jason. You can see Lucia pulling Jason's arm to come onto the dance floor. It seems like Jason could give it two craps about dancing. This definitely does point to the idea, and I'm thinking here that Lucia is like the wild one in the couple. And look, we assume that she is Latina, so she is naturally very fiery. I'd assume that that is the case. You can see in this next shot, Lucia's booty moving side to side, hips swaying side to side, whilst Jason is about to get up and looks in awe at her. And then in this next shot, we see Lucia turning around in her dress, her gold sparkly dress that she is wearing. You can see her hair as well, the hair physics as she twirls around. She is looking absolutely sensational. It looks like this party or this venue is on a boat or something along those lines. There is a bar in the background. You can see various cocktail drinks, something I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot throughout this game. We then see a shot with Lucia and Jason chatting in the car. We can also see some bikies in the far distance out the window. We can then also see Lucia and Jason holding hands. In this next scene, we see Lucia and Jason about to enter a nightclub. It seems like this is the 919 Vice City nightclub, and you can see it is absolutely packed with a bunch of people waiting to get in. You can see how eager Lucia is in wanting to get into this nightclub, Jason looking quite nonchalant. You can then see once they're in the nightclub, they're dancing together. They're wearing the same exact outfits that they were wearing in that previous shot earlier on the boat. What I assume is a boat, but you can see they are enjoying themselves, having a good time. In this next shot, we see Jason with three different men. Looks like in this interaction, it has escalated in some type of altercation. Seemingly looks like they're about to get into a fist fight or something like that. Some type of disagreement here, it's hard to tell. And we can see the camera cuts to some more thugs looking like they're about to get aggressive. We then cut to this next shot with Lucia, and I think that it is Jason helping her escape out of this hotel. You can see there is a police helicopter hovering high up in the sky with a spotlight shining directly on Lucia. She eventually drops down, landing onto the pavement. We then see this next scene with Jason talking to this other character. Jason rocking a backwards cap with the guy to the right rocking a bandana. You can see a lady in the far distance as well. We then see in this next scene multiple police officers and various different departments entering into this building, scouring various rooms, I'm assuming hunting for Lucia and Jason. In this next scene, we see this same Vice City Police detective talking to this other person. It looks like he's giving him some orders. We then cut to this next scene with Jason shooting out of the car window, and the pistol sounds so realistic, it definitely has some beef behind it. The trailer then cuts to this African American woman looking like she's raising her arms, performing various hand gestures. You can see one of the Metro movers above her in operation. So just like we saw within the September 22 leaked footage, Metros are confirmed to be in the game. The camera then cuts to Lucia and Jason dancing about. We then see this next scene with two NPC characters having a tussle. You can see the motel in the background. Looks like he's about to ram this guy through the window. We then see the trailer cutting to Lucia performing a roundhouse kick in a cage. It seems like cage fighting is seemingly returning from Grand Theft Auto 4, The Ballad of Gay Tony. We then see this next scene with Jason talking to Lucia. You can see Jason has a pistol in his hand. This has to be at maybe one of the other safe houses. It seems to be a different interior compared to one of the previous houses we saw earlier in the trailer. In this next shot, we see this character, I don't know if this is Lucia, shooting at these cars. There's just massive explosions that's going off. It then cuts to Jason and this other character reacting to something on their phone. Perhaps maybe it was that previous scene. We then see in this crazy outlandish scene, it looks like we're in some type of airplane very high up, and you can see the wheels of the jet, you can see what looks like the back of Lucia jumping onto this person. This definitely looks like some crazy ass mission, I'll tell you that. We then see in this next scene a pickup truck with a safe or some type of container attached. This is really giving those Fast and Furious 5 vibes. This was something that Legacy Killer HD did come out with a leak back last year, which I did report on, where he did get some inside information claiming that there was going to be a mission that is reminiscent of the Fast and Furious 5 movie. And that's what appears to be on a show here. We then cut to a scene with Lucia and Jason about to passionately kiss in bed. We then see some phone footage with Jason and Lucia with this other character filming some type of video in this horizontal way. Perhaps this is for social media or something like that. You can see Lucia and Jason are appearing to be wearing the same outfits as they were wearing earlier on in the trailer. So this could be the exact same mission, the exact same night. We can see in this next shot, there's so many things happening. This looks like it's downtown Vice City. Multiple supercars, you can see multiple women posing for a photo. Definitely does look like a happening place. You can see the hotel is called Dominion Hotel. There's just so much happening here. It's absolutely insane. You can also see two ladies to the right in what looks to appear to be one of the benefactor manufacturing vehicles. You can see there's two women leaning out of the car. We then see more of the Vice City nightlife. You can see the strip club and other various strippers outside of the club posing. It's looking absolutely wild with various people throwing money at the strippers. I'd say that the making it rain option from GTA 5 is definitely going to be making its return within Grand Theft Auto 6, that's for sure. We then see this next scene with a TV that we're looking at with, it looks like it's ammunition and an advertisement for it. You can see a few beer bottles, a game controller to the left, looking like a PlayStation controller. You can also see some flip-flops in the far distance and some seagulls outside as well on the decking area. In this next scene, we see Lucia throwing her keys down as she's about to lie down on Jason. She's wearing an LDC vest. I'm assuming that is the Leonardo Department Correction Facility vest, or it could be perhaps maybe she is doing some community service and she's wearing this vest as a result, coming home after a long hard day and just wanting to hug Jason. That's just me speculating there. Obviously, I don't know for sure. We then cut to this crazy shot overlooking the Everglades. It's absolutely insane from this aerial shot in a helicopter. Seems like it's a chase or something along those lines. You can see an airboat on the ground. But the wetlands definitely for sure looking so realistic and lifelike, like how it is in Florida. We then see this next scene cutting to Lucia and Jason on a jet ski driving by on the waterways within Vice City. You can see in the background, in the far distance, there is what appears to be a yacht with a boat party going on. Bunch of people hanging about, having a good time in sunny Vice City. We then see Jason driving on a motorcycle with a seaplane flying above him. Gotta say, this shot looks absolutely badass. And then it cuts to, I assume is Jason jumping onto the back of this truck. Due to that red motorcycle landing on the road, you can see the sparks flying up, the attention to detail there. You can see he's climbing into the back of the truck. In this next scene, we see Lucia jumping into Jason's arm, and this looks like the safe house that we did see, the hotel actually I should say, that we did see within the September 22 leaked footage. The trailer then cuts to another aerial shot. We can see a police Maverick helicopter down below and a speedboat. You can see the individual that is in the speedboat is shooting back at the helicopter. Seems like a chase is going on. This next shot, we see a few dirt bikes. It looks like there is a race going on or something along those lines. We can also see there is some signage to the left that says Gellhorn. So this looks like it is Port Gellhorn. You can also see some more signage in the upper right hand that says Mariana County and Vicedale County. In this next shot, we see Jason jumping onto the back of this convertible where Lucia is driving. Looks like this is probably a police chase, a getaway from some bad guys. Assume this is in the same area as the previous shot, so it looks like it is Port Gellhorn. In this next shot, we see this character looking like he's humping the air or doing some type of dance. Absolutely hilarious. It seems like it is the same company, the Brian's Marina, that we did see earlier on in the trailer. Based off what he's wearing and what it says on his t-shirt, it seems like that is the case. The camera then cuts to the final shot in the trailer where we see the vehicle that we did see within trailer 1 at the end of the trailer, concluding with a beautiful panning shot of Vice City. It just looks so remarkable. Everything about that looks so stunning. The visuals, the aesthetics looks absolutely on point here. You can see the lighting is a second to none. It really does look so stunning. Everything about this looks so realistic. You can see multiple palm trees, multiple waterfront homes with a boat passing by the underpass. An absolutely stunning trailer as it concludes with the GTA 6 logo. We do find out that this was captured on the PlayStation 5, which is absolutely insane. It's not even on the PS5 Pro, for God's sake. Just, yeah, absolutely wild. And then we see as well the date, May 26, 2026. But that's about it. An absolutely incredible trailer. I cannot believe I just broke down trailer number 2. It's a pretty wild time. We have finally received trailer 2. I never thought it would have come at this point. I thought it would have been months and months later down the track, but I'm so glad, I'm sure you guys are as well, that we have finally have received trailer number 2 and we get to see everything in action with what we have just seen within this trailer. We have learned so much more about Lucia and Jason, the dynamic between the two. We have so much more dialogue now from Jason rather than just the one word trust like we did see within trailer 1. My hat is off to Rockstar. They have done an absolutely remarkable job here. They've hit a home run once again. This game is looking just absolutely wild. It doesn't even look like a PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S game. It looks like a PlayStation 6 or the next Xbox game. It just, yeah, it's just unworldly. So impressed by every single detail in this trailer. Everything has absolutely blown me away, which I'm sure it has for you guys as well. Anyways, guys, that is the end of the full breakdown and analysis. Obviously, I'll be covering much more of this on the channel. I'm sure there will be details here and there that I have missed, and I'm sure you guys can point them down in the comments section below. But anyways, guys, if you went to enjoy this video and found any informative value, please consider subscribing to Project Vice. We'll be covering more content related to Trailer 2 and the various new artworks that Rockstar have come out with and other details surrounding Jason Duval and Lucia as well. We'll be getting into more content, more coverage surrounding Grand Theft Auto 6 with this latest trailer drop and the additional info that we have learnt. Anyways, guys, stay safe, have a great day, and I am out.